interpreting your candle. Welcome back. So now that we've learned what candle to select and we understand how we can use it with the oils, with the sage, the salt, there's in cleansing your home, cleansing your space, or cleansing your mind, your body, your aura. Now it's time to interpret certain symbols. Now, if you decide to use the candle route, there are certain signs that are given that lets you know that your prayers or your intentions, what you've spoken into the universe or God, is being answered. Okay, we've been taught for centuries that you know that we're not receiving the messages or that we have to wait for something else when we actually can connect and God is speaking to us. So the way we hear is by through meditation and then also through symbolisms. So the symbolisms that are going to be given in regards to cleansing your home and using a candle would be how it burns and from when you light it to when it finishes. So let's begin. Let's understand that first of all there are signs. When you are burning a candle, there are signs throughout the process. As I start to burn my candles, I will notice different things, whether it lights immediately, if it doesn't light, if it splits in two, if it makes a sound. Those are if the flame is burning high or low. If there's a blue flame, I've had that a couple times where I just had like the whole flame look was blue, and glass breaking. That's happened before. Um, the glass breaking was a sign for me that I didn't need to do this. Okay, it could be that a negative force is working against you, or you're already where you are supposed to be. To discern what the answer is and to know that answer is to meditate and hear and feel in your heart where the answer is. How you know what the answer is what resonates on a positive vibration, what feels good. If you feel antsy, anxious, that's not necessarily the answer. So do what resonates and makes you feel good, and that gives you your clarity on your answer for that specific situation of what you were going to burn the candle for. Also, the shape of the wax when it's complete. Um, that again, that's similar to the glass breaking. When you see a similar shape, what it may look like, that's a sign for you on the answer to that prayer. Okay, so let's begin with that. Black soot. This is probably one of the most common things that you will see. When you're burning your candle, this level of blackness that comes around on the glass. Now, we're about healing and cleansing the space or cleansing your aura. If you receive that, that's a sign, a symbol, a symbolism for you that you have negative forces working against you. Okay, that the negativity is strong enough and that there more work is needed. More work meaning you may need to sage more, pray more, or put more salt down. Okay, so believe and trust what you're receiving when you get this message. The next thing I would also recommend is to burn another candle. Okay, you want to burn the candle till they're clear, where it looks more like this part of the glass, where the whole glass is clear, not anything black. Another way the candle may burn is if you may have white soot. Now, I haven't had too much negative responses in regards to white soot. To me, I've found like additional healing or cleansing. I may have even been guided to a scripture. I've usually found that the angels are listening and they're putting a cleansing and healing on my situation. Um, so to me, I found that as like a positive affirmation. It the candles normally should burn clear, but I haven't found negativity associated with burning it with white soot. Okay, um, outside of that, so look at it as a blessing when you're receiving the white soot. That there's an additional blessing being put on it. So, for instance, you may have been praying for a situation, and that situation gets cleaned. So that's normally right here. If the white soot comes out, maybe there's an aspect of that particular situation that you didn't see, you didn't know about, but that would have been part two. So for instance, that would have been the next section you or the next obstacle you would be dealing with in that situation. The angels, because of your intentions and your prayers and your trust and belief, they see what needs to be done and they're letting you know that they're here. And this white soot is a film that's just showing you that additional things have been done. Okay? The blue flame. Blue is usually some part in a flame. It's at the very bottom, and the size of it is what will differentiate. So sometimes, and I've seen this where the blue extended through the whole flame, and I actually felt a vibration. Like I felt a tingling sensation that came about around on me. And depending on your sensitivity to energy, you may feel the same exact thing. So I have found this to be very powerful, and that the strength of my prayer and my intentions are being heard. And things have stayed clear, and the key element is yourself and staying positive with your thoughts and not to doubt the process. So truly believing that things will get handled. It's going to get handled and it's going to clear. So like putting your trust, removing all doubt and just knowing it's gotten taken care of. It's handled. Okay? That's what that blue flame signals. If you see it for even of a split second, just trust that it's going to be taken care of. Okay? Um, Crackling and hearing sounds from the candle. In my experience, I have found that those symbols of hearing a crackling or is that your angels are speaking. Someone's there's chatting being done on your behalf for you. Now, if you're new to healing and cleansing, and if you're new to understanding your gifts, this may scare you. And I want to tell you to not be afraid. If in anything that you're learning as you're growing spiritually, is to learn to not be afraid. The only thing that you should fear is the high above, so to not fear anything. Nothing can harm you here. So when you hear that crackling, it's your symbol, your signal to slow down your thought process, take some deep breaths, and feel and sense around you what needs to be heard, what needs to be felt. Okay, so you'll feel when you get down to a pace of nothing where your mind is at nothing and you're not feeling anything, then you'll start to sense an answer. And once again, that answer will come in a level of peace and harmony, and you'll just kind of just get it. Okay? And that is your way. And that answer might come right then and there, as well as it may not. That answer might come several days later. Okay? So not everything is done on the time frame just like that. So if you're trying to clear your space and you're lighting candles and you notice some of these symbols are going on, these are just signals for you to pay attention, be aware of your body signals and other symbolisms that may appear around you to identify with clearing your situation. So if you are burning the candle, and I like to use relationships in regards with people, and you have a lot of negativity going through the relationship, you may go out and see a symbolism of a butterfly or a symbolism of something else, and then that's your signal that to transform, in your situation. It's giving you an answer that the cleansing and the healing that you've done is working. Okay, and another course is coming out on identifying symbolisms and signals from God. So stay tuned for one of those. But I hope all of these have helped you. And and if you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to connect with me. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next side.